with wonderful beloveds. If we have never met, or you could use the reminder, my name is Micah, my pronouns are they and he, and I have the honor of serving as senior minister most days here at Judson alongside the amazing Reverend Bridget, who's going to wave to you right now. We typically preside over what happens in this sacred circle at 11 a.m. Eastern Time at Judson. But today, if you do not know already, is Sex Worker Sunday. So, what is about to happen today is that after I finish speaking right now, after I do our land acknowledgement, after I give us a little bit of a prayer, we're going to move into this circle expanding and being presided over by the amazing sex workers in our midst. And here's what I want to say before I do our land acknowledgement. It is no secret that church has done incredible violence to sex workers and to sex work. It continues to do incredible violence to sex workers and sex work. So I want to say unequivocally, very strongly today, that you, if you are a sex worker, if you have been a sex worker, you being in this circle right now, you being in this space, is resacralizing this space. This is not a space where we are proselytizing to you. It is a space where we want to learn with you and from you. So thank you for all that you do in the world, in our community, and in all the communities that you are a part of. Judson's history with sex workers goes back a very long time. The Prostitution Project, which was founded decades ago, which many of you probably know about, was founded not as a way for Judson to go around and help folks to get out of sex work, but instead for us to ask sex workers what they needed and to learn from them how we could better serve them as a faith community and as a community of radical hope. So thank you for being here. Thank you to all of you in the Judson community who were part of the Prostitution Project back then. Thank you to all of you who have been a part of our past 2 Sex Worker Sundays as well. And now we are in Sex Worker Sunday Part 3. So before I even invite her up, let's give a round of applause to Veronica Vera Cottingham, our convener. She will be giving you the rules of the road momentarily. But before that, I invite you to just close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. And let's acknowledge the first peoples of this land. Judson stands on the ancestral land of the Munsee Lenape tribe of the Lenni Lenape people. Our community acknowledges the Munsee Lenape community. There's elders both past and present, as well as future generations, and we make this acknowledgement as only one part of our continuing work to dismantle the ongoing legacies and lies of Christian supremacy, settler colonialism, and white supremacy. And now, another thing that we like to practice at Judson is a continual recognition of all of the intersectionalities between all of our fights toward collective liberation. If you do not know, or if you could use kind of a reminder and a welcome into thinking about this population, right across the river at Delaney Hall, there are detained folks, caged folks, who have done no crime, folks who are being held by our immigration system and are on a hunger strikes that are now spreading across our country. So as we are acknowledging sex workers and sex work today, as we are acknowledging all of the parts of our fights toward collective liberation, I want us to call in the spirits of the folks at Delaney Hall. So if you'd pray with me in whatever way is comfortable for you. This is a tiny prayer for those who are detained and have been participating in the hunger strike inside Delaney Hall and across this country. May you feel solidarity surround you, permeating the walls that continue to confine you, reminding you of the multitudes who are fighting alongside you. And as we witness the power of your protest, may we all feel your hunger, your pain, your determination to dismantle the walls that stand between the cruel realities of this country's systems and the visions of who we must become. And may we all recommit to abolishing these dehumanizing barriers and building rehumanizing sanctuaries in their place, until all hungry souls need not strike, but are instead free to taste the life-sustaining liberation that should be available to all. Amen. If you have come today to practice radical hope and to practice our continuing movement toward collective liberation, you are in the right place. You cannot do anything wrong in this space as long as you are respecting each and every other person who's sharing this circle with you. So, to remind us of the rules of the road of this service, please welcome Veronica Vera Cunningham.
Good morning, all. Thank you, Micah. As usual, you said everything perfectly. First, a little housekeeping, just to let you know. This is being streamed over YouTube. Our official photographer is Bob Krasner, right over there. The other documentarians filming it are doing it for sex worker projects. So if you don't want to be filmed or photographed, just let them know. But this is a safe space, so you can feel comfortable here, but just a little housekeeping. Okay, here we go. Welcome. This third Sex Week or Sunday at Judson Memorial coincides with the observance of International Sex Workers' Day, celebrated annually on June 2nd. The service you are about to experience exemplifies the ever more powerful theme of sex workers doing it for themselves. Here is a preview. I want to give you a little preview. We're a community that mourns our murdered comrades, like vigils that Delilah Saul organized in Midtown to honor the humanity of our sisters who were slain on Gilgo Beach. The tears of our sorrow have nourished seeds for grassroots resources, organizations like Red Canary Song at the back, Asian massage parlor workers based in Flushing and now with an art exhibit at PS1. Long, staunch defenders of the right to make money with our bodies, we've become unafraid to look at the true cost of the trade, as Rachel Oster Kim will do in her poems, and she and all of the contributors do in the new book, I Hate My Job, from Working Girl Press at the back. We are artists who believe in our work so much that we research its history and teach its choreography to enthusiastic students like Jo Weldon does as a longtime activist and dean of her School of Burlesque. We are punks, such as Lily Barana, who was brave enough to enroll at Union Theological Seminary and dive into the murky depths of religion in order to understand Jesus on her own terms. We are street workers like Jeff Nadell and Louis Jones and members of Faith and Harm Reduction who leave our personal corners to meet those still struggling in the streets. We're lobbyists and organizers. Just browse the back tables and learn. Stick around for the lunch offered by Faith and Harm Reduction and chat with former sex worker and lawyer Jared Trujillo, who has actually written the textbook coming soon on how movements get bills passed. Sex work can be fun. It can also be a thankless task. So we're here to say thank you and help you appreciate yourself for all that you do or have done or have yet to do to make the world safe for pleasure. You deserve an award, and you're going to get one. And Micah really took care of my last paragraph, because the last paragraph was about letting you know that Judson is here for you, but I want you to be here for Judson, because as he said, partnering with Judson, you help release detainees from places like Delaney. You help support the Black Trans Liberation Kitchen. You help bring new art into the world. You help make art available for free to people to come who want to hear and see and listen. You help people out in the streets with Faith and Harm Reduction and so many of the other great things we do. There are many issues. This is a very depressing time, but you can be uplifted knowing that you are partnering with a church that can help create the world the way we want to see it. So welcome to Sex Worker Sunday and the Sex Worker Rights Movement.
Would you please rise in body and or spirit, and let's join in singing What is Sacred?
So Judson, don't even sit down. This is our moment for our holy hello. And be mindful on this Sex Worker Sunday of people's bodies, boundaries, permissions. Not everyone will want to be touched. Some people love hugs like me, but go forth and greet each other in the way that is appropriate and telegraphed. Feel free. Holy hello.
Good morning, diaspora. We love you.
All right, folks, let's bring our hellos to a close. Let's bring our hellos to a close and be seated. All right, everybody. Okay. I love when I can't pull people back together in this space. Let's go ahead and bring our hellos to a close. I invite you to just be seated again. And Veronica, why don't you come up and tell us what's happening next?
Welcome to Delilah Saul of Outlaw Media.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am a journalist, and I've been a sex worker for 12 years. I'm so thankful to be here with all of you today and to be a part of New York City's vibrant sex worker community. The solidarity and friendships I've found here are unlike any other I've experienced in my life. What a joy and a blessing to know that I'm not alone, to know that there are peers I can call in a crisis, and that there are friends I can lean on when I'm going through a hard time, like I have been recently. My aunt died last week. She was a very dear member of my family, and she lived a full and storied life. I'm so thankful to God that I was able to be with her in her last days, to tell her I love her, and offer her the small comforts of a stroked hand or a kiss on the forehead. She spent her final moments at home, surrounded by her children and grandchildren, and passed away with her beloved husband beside her. As I witnessed her transition from this life to whatever is beyond it, I found myself thinking, as I often do these days, of 8 other women. These women were mostly sex workers, and they didn't have the chance for a long life like my aunties, nor the chance to be held by their loved ones as they died. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Karen Vergata, Melissa Bartholomew, Sandra Rajkumar Costilla, Amber Costello, Valerie Mack, Megan Waterman, and Jessica Taylor were all murdered by one man over the course of 17 years. He was a suburban dad and husband from Long Island, and he owned an architecture firm in Midtown. What happened to these women is not an anomaly for sex workers. They were targeted in their line of work by a predator who knew that their standing in society made them more vulnerable. What happened to them after death was a failure of the same systems that allowed their killer to access them in the first place. Not only have they been repeatedly maligned in the media, but for many years, the Suffolk County Police Department ignored leads and even obstructed an FBI investigation. Maureen, Karen, Melissa, Sandra, Amber, Valerie, Megan, and Jessica were very young people with their whole lives ahead of them. They left behind hopes, dreams, and family. Some left behind small children, now young adults, dealing with the lifelong pain of not only losing their moms, but knowing that someone took their moms away on purpose. The women's families have fought tirelessly for them for decades, and the sex workers of New York City are gifted with the opportunity to show those families that they are not alone in that fight. Last month, a group of local sex workers gathered in Midtown to hold a vigil for the victims. That's the slide that you see up there. We intentionally chose a location where thousands of white-collar workers commute daily. We were there to publicly mourn a group of women that most of the world would rather ignore. Sex workers are seen as having no place in decent society, and yet, just like these 8 women, for so many of us gathered here today, the white-collared workers of Manhattan are our clients. The city is ours, just as much as it is anybody else's. Before the vigil, we pasted a memorial with the women's names and portraits on a public wall, along with the message to passersby. Sex workers are not a blight on society. Violent men are. Since that day, I have spoken with several of the victims' family members, and I have felt the sacred glow of kinship that exists between us. Anti-sex worker stigma forever shapes the course of all of our lives, albeit in different ways. When the world ignores violence against sex workers, we rise up and declare ourselves an army. We are an army of love, of strength, and together, we are a sturdy sanctuary, not only for each other, but for so many marginalized people and for the families who love us. When the world, we will remember all of these women and honor them as ancestors. Every time we take action to protect ourselves and each other, we strengthen the force field that binds us. Please join me now in speaking their names as a promise and a pact that we will never forget them. Please repeat after me. Sandra Rajkumar Costilla. Megan Waterman. Karen Vergata. Maureen Brainerd Barnes. Valerie Mack. Amber Costello. Jessica Taylor. Melissa Bartholomew. Before I depart, I want to let you know that I'm organizing a caravan of sex workers to travel to Long Island on June 17th, which is the day of the sentencing of the man who murdered these women. Their families have expressed that this would be meaningful to them. So if you'd like to join us, you can find me back there at the table. Lastly, to all of our fellow workers who have died alone, perhaps believing that the world has forgotten you, we will not forget you. We are your family, and we honor you as such. Thank you.
Thank you, Delilah. So just take a moment and just take a breath and just take that all in and feel the spirits of those ancestors who are with us today and feel for their families. And thank you all for being here. And now, Rachel Oyster Kim.
Hi. I'll be reading 3 poems. They're not in the book that is at the table back there, but you should still get the book. The poems are just a bit more digestible and shorter, as to be respectful of your time. Many of the senses which are underutilized. Yeah, spend all my money on psychoanalysis, memories of putting the egg inside me, viscous delusion ladled along the body. Clients are always like, what are you into? I want to please you, though. Wet and messy, lesbian cuckoldry, fucked by machines, the latex sheets. It's honestly fine. We shouldn't worry about my pleasure. 50 milligrams of pure testosterone gel destined to ventilate my head. Jordan tells me when she was a dancer, she doused herself in rubbing alcohol every night. The ritual, protection. I want the lick to be astringent, not like cranberry, pomegranate, red wine, or crushed Tylenol. Andalusia. 1. Instantly fixed on the Jesus piece through the window, there are a few things I would not steal to impress a lover. Devotion, known through crime. Which one of us is hustling the hustler? At Tusquita, they said the squid were caught by hook as to be respectful to the animal. 2. On Wednesday, we witnessed the laity reach their hands through the bars of the cathedral to touch the ornate features of God. Unfortunate that I do not hold the Christian Lord in my heart, as I find tension from repression desirable. I imagine the things he could do for me. Perhaps I wish to want so desperately for the love of Christ and not the material riches of the church. Any offering tempts. It is a cherished trait of any whore to not ask where the money comes from. 3. We ate the raw heart speared on the sharpened rib of itself. One animal could give so much. I write my tenets to you often. Ira. In the effervescence of the champagne room, Mr. VIP asks me, Luda style, what's your fantasy? In an excuse to state his own. Token in the machine, the veil is lifted. Watch it slip like a warm, wet, what's the word, through my lips. When I lace into my lingerie, I want true embodiment, femme fatale. My fantasy is to finally be a threat, opportune for every hooker and housewife. The fantasy where each whore has won a year, a bullet, or bat for a trick of her choosing. It's a knife you keep in the safe for a special occasion, charged with the energy of each phallus, placed inside before I put it back on you. Plunge deep and release. Thank you.
Thank you, Oyster. And the book, of course, is I Hate My Job, where you can read Oyster's prose pieces, and those of the other contributors are amazing, very thoughtful, provocative pieces. And now for our meditation, for our modern testimony in movement, welcome Joe Weldon.
Hush-a-bye, now it's time to close your little eyes. I apologize if I forgot to say goodnight. It's dreamy time and we can find a brand new paradise where everyone is nice and we can fly. We'll be starstruck and sunblind, cocksure and tongue-tied. As we fly by, they'll cry out, won't you please be mine? Hush-a-bye, never mind the bad things in your life. Here's your lullaby, honey pie. We'll be starstruck and sunblind, cocksure and tongue-tied. We fly by, they'll cry out, won't you please be mine? Hush-a-bye, never mind the bad things in your life. Here's your lullaby, honey pie. Here's your lullaby, honey pie. And here's your lullaby. Good night.
Thank you, Joe. And now, Lily Barana.
I hate the jokey expression, sweating like a whore in church. We are many things here today. We are former sex workers. We are current sex workers. We might even be future sex workers. We are in a good place with the job. Maybe we're not in a great place with the job. But one thing we all have in common is we belong here and we're not sweating. I just want to acknowledge my friend, Veronica, who I've known for about 40 years. And I would do anything for her, including public speaking, so here we are. I went to seminary because I wanted a deeper framework for questions about dignity, justice, power, suffering, and mercy. My life exposed me to worlds many people discuss abstractly but barely understand from the inside. Seminary gave me the language, history, ethics, theology, and community to think seriously about those experiences and about how institutions, including religious institutions, can either harm or protect vulnerable people. I didn't go to seminary to escape my past. I went because my past raised profound questions about justice, humanity, and compassion that I wanted to study seriously. Many people imagine religion and sex work as mutually exclusive worlds, but questions about morality, survival, embodiment, shame, economics, gender, and compassion live in both places. Hi, baby. This is like old home week for us sex workers, so this is really good. Seminary helped me explore those intersections honestly. I didn't study sex work in my social justice coursework, but my studies revealed to me the most important thing I could know about sex work, about sex workers. I love us. I love us. I love us when we hate our job. I love us when we hate ourselves. I love us when we're on our game. I love us when we're off our meds. When I was a kid at church, I couldn't stand the passing of the peace. I didn't want to shake hands with somebody I didn't know, so I'm not going to ask you to pass the peace by shaking hands with some rando, however lovely they may be. Instead, I'm going to ask you to pass that peace and that love back into yourself for all of us. For my sex workers, put your hand over your heart and think, I love us. I love us. If nothing else, sex workers know the healing effects of glamour, so here's a little piece I wrote pre-seminary called The Glitter High. Over 2 years, I'd lost more than 100 pounds. There's nothing impressive about this feat. It's not as if I'd lost the 100-plus pounds sensibly, sequentially, or permanently. Rather, I'd lost the same 5 pounds about 20 different times, thanks to a series of dubious dietary stunts. Per the established metrics of weight-to-height ratio and body mass index, I'm not what medical professionals would call exceedingly overweight, though Hollywood, Madison Avenue, and the average inspiration Pinterest page would post a dissenting opinion. Essentially, I'm your garden variety mesomorph who doesn't live to eat, but rather lives to eat her feelings. What consumes me, urging me to mindlessly consume, usually nothing special. Like so many other people, I nosh my way through shame and regret about the past and anxiety about the future. But in the midst of some awfulness of this time, I received a tremendous gift, a namesake dress. My friend Laura, a former stripper whom I'd known since the days of the CBGB hardcore matinees, built a thriving clothing business based on her original designs, inspired by 1940s and 50s silhouettes. Her line, Pinup Girl Clothing, features an adorable array of vavavoumi dresses, and she designed one for my specifications. A body-skimming sheath with day-to-night versatility, made of stretchy fabric with a neckline that's not too low, a hemline that's not too high, and longish sleeves. I was looking for 2 specific features: forgiveness and good coverage. As soon as the dresses came off the production line, the Burana dress was delivered to me in every color. I zipped myself into the navy, then turned and turned before the mirror. Look at this tailoring, I thought. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. My next thought, oh my God, I am too fat to wear this. I could have asked Laura to send me a bigger size, pin-up sizes dresses from extra small to 2X, but no, I decided I would wait until I was thin enough to feel good in the dress I had. Waiting to feel good was an elusive proposition, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. In search of comfort beyond the edible realm, I started digging into my quest for some sort of godlike sustenance. I went to yoga, read books on snuggly, big tent, lefty Christianity, Buddhism, radical acceptance, being in the now. I wanted a sense that I was okay as a bulwark against life's slights. I wanted both forgiveness and good coverage. Is it strange that I wanted the same thing from a dress as I did from God? Then the next box arrived, packed full of more dresses by Laura: crazy orange tiger, vamp, the demure, yellow rose print Erica, berry, blue, and red, siren sleek Erin, the luxe mauve Mon Cherie with the draped cowl neckline, and the full-skirted cherry print Heidi. I'm sorry, this is deep femme bullshit. I have to get this out of my system. I need to tell you every detail. They fit. Barely. One hearty sneeze and I'd bust the seams. On the same day came an invitation to judge the Miss Exotic World competition at the Burlesque Hall of Fame weekend in Las Vegas, only a few weeks away in early June. My friend Joe, who was fabulous, by the way, so incredible, whom I had long considered a sister in leopard print, was an event organizer, and she needed one more vintage style enthusiast to round out the panel of judges. She knew I loved the playful, flamboyant boom shakalaka of old school burlesque. Why not, I thought. All the reading I'd been doing featured women coming to terms with the chaos of their lives by scaling back, mellowing out, making gratitude lists, cooking up pots of homemade lentil soup while wearing comfortable sweats, or, on the more moneyed side of spiritual seeking, jetting off to some guru in Belize for a silent meditation treat. But I didn't want retreat. I didn't want to retreat, period. I had been hidden for so long in sadness. I wanted to surge forward back into the electric stream of life. A couple days in a flashy, sequin-saturated environment might be balm for my girly girl soul. Dressing for the contest was an exercise in holding my breath and minding my worst thoughts with discipline and compassion. Blah, feel fat, blah, 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 lose 10 more pounds, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is, I said to my reflection. As I layered my makeup, I realized that so much of this being present business is simply telling the negative voices in your head to shut the hell up. I pulled out a red dress with side shirring and lots of stretch. The perfect choice. A red dress says, I'm here. My world is falling apart around me with illness and whispers of decline at every turn, but I'm here. A cloud of hairspray, a red rose pinned into my bouffant, and 6-inch scarlet sequined pumps later, I was cruising through the casino looking like a one-woman prison riot. I was a shrinking violet in this crowd, though. Satin, corsets, cleavage, high femme fabulosity, butch drag, and gender bending. Everyone was bringing it like this was the prom night of the damned. 2 female dandies in bespoke suits sat as if on princely thrones, having their wingtips polished by the casino shoe shine. Every curvy girl was serving bodycon evening wear as if it were her personal mission. The hairdos and hats were so tall that the events organizers established a height rule for the showroom. One girl wore a yellow dress with a tutu skirt and a Swarovski crystal bedazzled rubber duck on her head. We were the beautiful people, not because we were so naturally blessed, but because we put in the time. God said, let there be light, and we beamed it out to the universe in all our radiant, geeky glory, wild, weird, and holy too. The show was exquisite, hour upon hour and act upon act of retro-style pleasure. Unlike strip clubs, where appeasing the customer ego and libido drives the dynamic, a burlesque show is pure self-expression and delight. Campy, sophisticated, funny, clever, dear. What a thrill to see sexy performance for pleasure instead of a grind for daily bread. Women wrapped in pink flamingo boas, men in bowler hats and booty shorts. This was equal opportunity objectification with fun as the bottom line. The performers came from every corner of the world, Australia, Italy, Japan, and Salome smiled upon them all from behind her 7 veils. I woke the next morning, pupils pinned in the beam of Vegas morning sunlight that streamed through the cheap hotel blinds, totally alert, but not ravenously hungry for the first time in months, reborn in the temple of glitz. At the bathroom sink, I thought of Ram Dass saying, treat everyone you meet as if they were God in drag. Then I steepled my fingers and did a little grateful bow with my toothbrush. I had seen beauty in the dark in its most literal manifestation, and in the fakery, some mojo I had been missing was returned. In the fight for spiritual life, let joy be your weapon of choice. There is a spirituality to every kind of theater, including sex work. And what, I ask you, is more theatrical than a woman doing her best to work it? Costume, makeup, inhabiting a role so thoroughly you're transformed by it, it's all there. God's loving, unfortunately, the Holy Spirit moves through my tear ducts, so I'm just going to try to keep it together. God's loving acceptance is a come-as-you-are proposition, but it's my secretly held belief that every time you step out in something a little flashy, a million glittery angels chorus a resounding yes. Then you peel off the false lashes, get back into your jeans and boots or yoga pants, and roll onward, refreshed and inspired by the knowledge that somewhere between God and glamour, grace prevails. So slip that red dress from the hanger, tuck a silk flower behind your ear, hide the scale and head out the door. The rest of your one and only life is waiting. I will, if you will. Let's go. I love you. Thank you.
Lily, thank you for that beautiful message. Thank you for everyone who has participated thus far. I'm going to vamp for a moment because we're going to pull some tech equipment in front of this podium, but this is the moment in our service where if you are in the physical space, you're going to see good old-fashioned baskets going around the space. If you are online, you will see multiple ways that you can give online, but this is the moment in the service that we call the offertory. If you have some cash, a check, something that you would like to give toward the continuing work of Judson, you are very welcome to give. In the bulletin, as stated, there are multiple ways that you can give online. If you still carry around some of those physical things, you can put them in the basket. No gift is too small, no gift is too large. But speaking of large gifts, Jeff Nadell is about to bless us with a beautiful, beautiful song, Josephine.
Something that makes me want to stay. You know I'd never leave you, blind or stray. Just ease me down, my sweet Josephine. So take me out in the yard and lay me down 8:30. Take me through your garden, through the colored gates, and ease your weary body next to mine. Cigarettes and whiskey at dawn, and apples and oranges at noon. It's summertime in the city, we'll be leaving soon. I'm going back home to rest my bones. So ease me down, Josephine. something that makes me wanna stay. You know I'd never leave you, blind or stray. So ease me down, my sweet Josephine.
Despite what the bulletin says, I am not Louis Jones, but I am Reverend Erica Paulette, also from Faith and Harm Reduction. And I wanted, of course, I wanted to share a prayer from my colleague, Reverend Molly Mitchell with the Night Ministry in San Francisco. We have been collecting prayers and spells and blessings from people who use drugs and people who do sex work and all the people who love us. So please help yourself back there, and this is the one from Molly. There are not enough colorful curse words to hold the white-hot rage of every survivor. There are more than enough simple platitudes that never touch the actual wounds. There. You are a holy fire, sacred in wisdom. May you burn away every there in a pyre of witness to the ways we could be free, hot, and whole. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Erica. Well, I'm really pleased with where we're at with time. Yay! So the next part of our program is the award that I promised you. So the Aphrodite Award, was created during a meditation when Annie Sprinkle and was with Linda Montano and myself. And Annie decided she wanted an award for all of the sex work she had done. So she created this award, and it was given out in 1989 to Pony members. Pony used to be right here at Judson at times. So that was the first iteration of the Aphrodite Award. And then it was given in 2002 during Alma Jean Almodovar's Ice Face Conference, which was a sex worker art conference. And I just thought it was time to bring it back. So today, everyone who wants to get this beautiful Aphrodite Award can just come in procession and claim one. I have enough for everyone. And I want to first I want to give one to a couple of people. One person I want to give it to right away is someone who's not expecting it, but since we're celebrating some of the OG of the sex worker rights movements like Lily and Joe and me, I want to bring up Renee, Mama Francine, Renee Imperato. Come on, Renee, claim your award for sexual service to the community. Come on, hurry up, get up. That's you, Renee. It's a turn around so we can see your beautiful face. That's an early birthday present. Thank you. So, you know, Renee is a big party girl, and she gets around, and she keeps this community together by partying and reminding us of all the heroes and keeping us together. And I have one, of course, for Lily, and I have one for Joe, and I have one for Caitlin, who's been... Lily, come on up, Joe. I wrote yours out. So now, the way Annie explained it to me, it's been done, everyone who wants one can just come up in a procession and claim one. I have pens so you can write your name in. If you'd like, you can step up to the mic and you can say your name, or you can just say what your profession, what you've done in sex work, or you can just come and claim the award. I'll have them up here, so come on up and see me and get your award. Line up to Hanka, we'll give pomp and circumstance because you deserve it, nice and loud.
So my name is Rita Romero, and I have this event called Red Light Disco. It's been going on for the past couple years. I started it in some catastrophe, but last year, because of the people that I've met there and the community of sex workers in New York, we got to do the first sex worker pride rally and march on September 14th. And the reason I came today is to call more of us together to make this louder, because yeah, there's something we can do with all this trendy hype right now, so thank you. Yeah, I'll take this, thank you.
Okay, come on up. Oh, and here's a pen. Hi, do you want to say something?
My name is Shelly, and I'm an ex-stripper.
You can write your name here. Hi. You introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm April Flores. I'll do all the sex work.
Oh, I love you, April. I have pens too, so people can write their names in. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Molly. I've been a prostitute for 14 years and one of the original founders of Swap Brooklyn, now with Working Girls Press. So thank you, Veronica.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm gonna write my name.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm a sex worker. Jesus loved us, and so do I.
Okay. Hi, my name is Cosima. I'm representing California, which is an LGBT homeless youth shelter. We have tons of sex workers that come there, and we love them. Hell yeah.
Here you go. Thank you. You can write your name over there. Oh, okay. Yes. Mariette, my friend Mariette, documenting the trans community for 50 years. Mariette Papialis.
Yes. Well, thank you. I have seen and photographed such a range of wonderful people. I've been very lucky, and I'm lucky to have Veronica as a good friend for many years.
I'm lucky. Rob. Welcome.
So I'm Veronica's birthday twin. Our birthdays are November 1st, so we celebrate every year, and I couldn't have imagined my life without her.
Thank you. There you are. I'll have the pens right back here so people can write their names if you don't, after you get your award. What are we doing now? Okay, JC.
Yay, Veronica. Really, I love you very much. And it's really nice to be here. Former callboy. I'm JC, former callboy in San Francisco. But the meter's always running.
You can write your name there. Oyster.
Yeah, you guys know me already. I've been a prostitute since I was 17, so finally.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I used to have sex for money, and I worked as a dominatrix for 6 years. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine DiMaria. I was a survivor of childhood sex trafficking. I became a stripper for a decade, and then I became a lawyer with the goal of exclusively representing sex workers. And I thank you. And I'm the founder of Switch, Sex Workers in Transition Compassion Home. It's an organization that supports sex workers in their current circumstances and helps them transition into economically sustainable careers if they want to. Thank you.
And I think Switch has a table back there, so you can learn more about Switch. And also, if you are a sex educator, or if you're sex work covers a lot of territory. So if you're a lawyer dealing with sex workers all the time, if a good portion of your job is devoted to sex, come on up. If the spirit moves you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome so much.
Being a sex worker taught me everything I know as a sex educator, and it's a delight to be a part of and help build community for folks who do sex work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Nadia.
Nadia. Oh,
Bill Koch, and thanks to Veronica and Judson, I am proud that I was a sex worker for many years, and now as a senior continued doing it in my artwork. Thank you.
Thank you. There you are. There's a pen there. And Bill is here once a month with Theater of the Elephant, and he did a play yesterday. It's called Sailor's Scrapbook, about the Vietnam years and sex work, his sex work. And it made me cry, and it made a lot of other people cry. And he's a beautiful writer and an amazing director. So, Maya, come on. Come on down. Dirty Magazine is in the house. Sorry, I hope I didn't embarrass you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Are you going to say your name? No? Okay, she's shy.
I literally just showed up. I just walked in here. Hi, I'm Maya Raymer from Dirty Magazine. Thank you so much for all of your work, darling, and for all of your inspiration. And this is it really means a lot to me to have your recognition.
You mean a lot to me.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes. Okay, Renee wants to say something. Okay, this is okay. 1 minute, Renee. You can't fit it in 1 minute? Okay, then hold it. Because you only 1 minute. Dale, you didn't get up. Okay.
Miss Veronica, you sort of blew me away. I was so overwhelmingly moved. So I'll just want to say this to all of those here who are still moving and grooving. We just adjusted our tempo. And my many decades of sex work, especially in my yellow taxi. And although we're not well known, we are well used. And some of us even abuse. So I guess I'll just leave you with this. What was my life? From Hell's Kitchen to the South Village to the meat market, where there was plenty of meat. When I didn't make enough money on the meter, I made it in the back seat.
Thank you. Dale? Come on, Dale. You're making money off that sex memoir. Get up here.
Hi, everyone. Wow, an Aphrodite Award. I did not wake up this morning thinking I would receive one. My name is Dale Corvino. I was a kept boy in my 20s when I was trade. I was a by-the-hour hustler in my 30s and 40s. I have been writing about sex work for 2 decades. I just published my memoir last year. And, you know, like, the Suffolk County Police Department privileged the narrative of the trick, and so does contemporary literature. There's a lot of trick lit out there. I want to be the voice of the hustler in contemporary literature, so thank you.
Thank you. And I just ran into an old friend today. I'm really surprised to see my friend Gerard here today, who I met through an amazing sex worker named Ava Norvind, who died some years ago in a very spectacular way. She drowned in Oaxaca in the sea. But she was an amazing filmmaker, dom. She went back to college and she learned how to work with sexual offenders in prison. So Gerard, I don't know if you're shy enough or you're too shy to come up and get this award for Ava, but if you want to come and get this award for Ava, she deserved one. Ava Norvind, AKA Ava Terrell. Thank you for being here. Okay, last call for hose. Oh, Camilla. Camilla, you couldn't even use your real name when you were writing, as so many of us couldn't. Camilla Solly, AKA. Give us the AKA.
I have been educating young people for my whole entire teaching career about being sex positive, about knowing that sex is a gift, a kindness, about transforming their ideas about sex, about empowering young women for pleasure, to knowing what that is. So bringing that consciousness to teenagers. And I also did write under a pseudonym for Penthouse and other publications, and wrote a sex blog. And I've been, I guess, affected by sex work my whole life, in my early life. And I love you, Veronica. Thank you.
Thank you, Camilla. Okay, I'm going to be ending this part soon because I know, we have stuff, but I don't think Ruby Rims ever likes to take a back seat. And I don't know, Ruby, do you want to come and claim an Aphrodite Award? I mean, what went on in those bars? I can bring it to you. So proud of you.
I was never a sex worker, but God knows I've been a man, a woman, and anything else I desire to be. I said to Scott Munson, should I go up and get one? He said, no. But thank you. It's always important to be yourself. Remember that.
So, and this, anyone else from out there is feeling moved? Okay, okay. All right, so then for these two awards, for celebrating an anniversary with us today, I know you probably don't identify as a sex worker, Reverend Bridget, but you were here on Sex Worker Sunday. That was your first day, and you came through like a trooper.
I was hoping to get an award. I was hoping that maybe next year I would be able to say I earned it. Thank you. This is a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it brings me some luck next year.
Micah, come on.
I will say it is such an honor to be a part of every single Sex Worker Sunday. And I feel like I've been in a menage a trois with the Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus for a while. So I feel like this is only appropriate now, so thank you.
Thank you. And I'd say, I thought we would end with Micah, but Sucklord, you are a sex worker. You have your little Pee-wee's Playhouse. You throw parties. You come from a lineage of nipple clamps. Come on, grab your Aphrodite Award.
I don't entirely feel like I deserve this because I have done a little bit of pornographic films, both producing and performing in, but I never got paid for it, so I'm still an amateur. But I did grow up here in the village in the 1970s, and my mother made S&M toys, specifically nipple clamps and anal riveters. And I used to make the deliveries myself as a 12-year-old boy to the Pleasure Chest and the Pink Pussycat. And I'm happy to continue that work, being immersed in the world that you create and facilitate. And thank you to everybody. This is a huge honor, and I'm going to do my best to continue to live up to it. Thank you.
And the Sucklord is making a Lego city, and he is including not only a porno theater, but Judson Memorial Church, because he's building the world he wants to see. And so how would we say we were going to end it? We were going to end it with blessings, and yes, we have one last song, because here we sing. So, and we were going to applaud. We were going to applaud because this is self-care. So let's applaud ourselves for this self-care. I love you all. Love yourselves. Thank you so much. And now, beloved, right? Beloved? All rise.
everybody. And so a few more logistical things. You can sit if you'd like. I'm not going to be too long. We are about to have coffee hour, so there's some drink, some food in the back there. There's also beautiful tabling in the back here. I've been told by Axel. Axel, raise your hand. Axel here will be doing Dario drug checking if you have come with drugs that need checking. Also, we are about to, probably in about 15 minutes, have a congregational meeting. Okay? Here's how Judson actually embodies the intersections. We are about to have a full congregational meeting where we're going through the budget, all the things, all the exciting things that if you're new to Judson, you want to be a part of. But Jenny, our moderator, will call us to that momentarily. But go have fun, keep talking to one another, keep feeling like you belong and that you are beloved. But before we do that, an amazing round of applause for Veronica Vera right here. You are our Aphrodite, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Keen also has an announcement. Keen, go ahead.
I just want everybody to know that my good friends, Janine Kiley and David Sifford, are here. They are, one of the other of them is going to be our new assembly person from New York State in this next election, in the primary. So there they are. So just if you want to talk to them and say anything political or anything else, there they are.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Thank
Keen.
you. Thank
So wonderful to have both of you here. Thank you for being here.
For those who are coming to the Love Feast, which is a fellowship meal for all the sex workers, all of the harm reductionists, that's at 2 p.m. So if you're not in the congregation and you don't want to stay and discuss budget, maybe go for a nice little walk and then you can join us back here. It's free and open to all. The tables will be there and we would love to have you with us.